That I can't confirm at this stage.
Did police look for any weapons used, weapons class?
Police are still searching the premises. Obviously, if I can convey, it's a very graphic and dramatic scene. Our forensic examiners are presently there. We have located a sword, but at this stage that the investigation is ongoing. No, I can't provide that advice.
Before police arrived?
Yes.
And was that an arm, a hand?
An arm.
An arm, not just a hand?
No, arm.
Above the elbow?
Yes.
And that had happened before police arrived. So when they walked in, is he wielding a weapon?
When they walk in, he is strangling the female, and the arm is partially severed.
Do they see a weapon on him, or does he
I can't comment on that at that stage. I can't comment at that. But no,
He's not holding a weapon, for instance?
not that I'm aware of.
Was it a knife or was it a sword?
The advice was that he had swords, or a sword. That is what we've located. At this stage, the connection to that and the injuries is part of the investigation. The man is known to police through his medical condition.
And you don't know how many people were in the house?
Not exactly, no.
Can you say any children were in the house?
I'm not aware of any children being in the house.
Was it the case that when you said family members reported it, so did they see this altercation play out and then report police, or was it the sound?
I'm advised that the mother has called police. I'm advised that the mother has spoken to police outside the premises before the police entered.
So that's the mother of the brother and sister?
Yes.
Is the father at home as well?
I'm not aware of that.
So what's the condition of the sister?
She's unconscious and she has life-threatening injuries.
He died at the scene. Obviously, efforts were made to stabilise him. Can you take us through that?
So Ambulance Victoria were called and they rendered assistance. He was declared deceased at the scene.
Given that he was tasered 3 times and took multiple gunshots to subdue him, was he on any illicit drugs at the time?
I can't comment on that.
How would police summarise what's occurred last night?
It's tragic. It's a graphic scene. It's every police officer's nightmare. These police officers have come to work doing what they do every day in a relatively small community and been confronted with a situation where they've had to take, life-taking action. It's what they're trained to do and they're trained very, very well. But no police officer wants to take these actions. But to be fair, and we hope, they've saved a life by their actions.
How is the police officer who had to take him down? How's he doing?
Both police officers are distressed. I spoke to them at length last night. It's not what they want to do. It's not what they come to work to do. They understand the realities of their job. They understand they go to houses regularly where violence is taking place, but they want to resolve things in a non-confrontational way. Unfortunately, last night that was not able to occur. And what I've witnessed, I have full support that they follow training and their actions are appropriate.
Are they male, female?
Both male members.
Do you know their rank?
One's a leading senior constable and one's a senior constable. So they're experienced members.
The significance of also a police officer discharging a firearm, can you explain just how significant that is?
Well, it's significant in that most of our officers go their entire careers and long careers without ever having to do that other than in a training circumstance, and that's a good thing. But the confrontation of actually having to do that and then the reality of what has occurred hits home. It hits home with everyone. It's the last thing police officers want to do when they come to work, and then they work through the process. They attended a house to provide comfort and care and to resolve a confrontation that's occurring in a family unit. The last thing they want to do is end up where we ended up last night. But, as I've said, from what I've seen, having watched the body-worn camera and spoken to them, they've acted entirely appropriately and followed their training.
Explain as well, when the mother called police, did the officers who attended, were they aware in terms of what
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand the question.
Were they aware of what was going on through the phone call that the mother made, or had the situation escalated when they arrived?
I can't comment on whether it's escalated. All I can comment on is what they've seen on the night. They've been briefed outside or asked questions as they do, asked questions of the mother. They've been provided with some advice, and they've entered the premises and located the scene as I've described.
And what was the advice there from the mother outside before they went in?
Well, I probably won't go into detail, other than the fact there was a fight going on between a brother and sister, and there was a level of violence involved.
What level of violence?
I can't comment on what she will say. That's a matter for the coroner to understand.
Is that not on the body-worn camera that you watched?
It's not on the body-worn camera part that I've watched, no.
And you said that when you watched that, that convinced you that these members did the right thing. What was it on that you saw that made you know that they did everything they were trying to do?
I've watched their actions.
And what it was you saw that you thought that's absolutely justified?
Well, I won't go into it. It's really a matter for the coroner. But what I've observed is a male strangling a female, and without intervention by police, I think that would have been life-threatening.
Or fatal?
I believe so.
Yeah. You called them brave and courageous. I know you touched on it, but what is it in that leads you to call them that?
Well, they've knowingly gone into a room, a confined space, with advice that there's a weapon involved, have observed a female who's been subjected to a significant injury, which I think it would be reasonable to say is from a weapon of some description, and observed a male continuing to assault that female. I think the community would say people who enter those premises, even being highly trained, are brave. Then to act takes courage, and then to render assistance afterwards to those they've acted on and the female in an attempt to save life is courageous and compassionate.
And that's the first thing they did, rush in to help him and her.
Yes,
Yeah. She was unconscious.
I believe so. That's my view of what she was, yes.
Is she remained unconscious?
At the moment, she's in a coma.
The brother, do we know if he's in his 40s? Is he a parent himself? Do either of these have children of their own?
I'm not aware of that, no.
Can I just quickly ask you just on another topic? Do you know if that person arrested yesterday in relation to the city block has been charged?
No, I don't know.
The female victim, was she at that house with her husband?
That I don't know.
And again, you don't know who lives there.
No.
Those two people live there.
No, I appreciate that. I was out late last night and it's early this morning, so I'm still coming to terms with some specifics of the facts. I've given you the facts as I know them.
Today, would the process be processing the scene?
Yes. Homicide and our crime scene, our forensic examiners are still on scene at the moment. They'll work through it through the day. It's a long process. We'll obviously be thorough. The coroner will expect us to provide a very thorough brief on what has occurred, and ultimately he will make determinations. But again, I'll just say, this is a tragic circumstance. As our hearts go out to the family, you can imagine what the mother's going through at this moment. It's a tragic circumstance for the family and for a relatively small rural community who know their community and know their police. Our police are part of that community, and they've acted courageously and, in my view, absolutely appropriately.
What does the next couple of days look like for the officers?
Our officers are getting full welfare support. We will wrap around them, make sure we can offer them any services we can to help them work their way through this, because it's not, as I say, what police come to work to do. It's the last thing they want to do.
Will there have to be some sort of procedural review into the actions?
Ultimately, those things will take place. But our priority at the moment with those two members is their mental well-being. Making sure they've got clinical support, making sure their families have got clinical support, and that they are well cared for.
Do you know the general age of the officers? Are they in their 20s, 30s?
I'm going to say they were probably in their 30s to 40s.
The
I hope I haven't aged them inappropriately.
The siblings are both in their forties, you said.
That's my understanding, yes.
They're not twins?
Not that I'm aware of.
How's the mother doing, knowing that her son is deceased?
I haven't had an update on the mother, although she was taken to hospital last night. Obviously, she was, in a very distressed state.
She wasn't physically injured.
I'm not aware that she was.
Anything else?
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you